Good afternoon. I am Dr. Jim Powell, Vice President for Academic Affairs. This afternoon, I'm serving as the Master of Ceremonies for the Investiture ceremony of Dr. Ron K. Patterson, 12th President of Chadron State College. I will take this opportunity to remind you to please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices. To begin our ceremony, please remain standing and remove cover for the presentation of the colors by the Dawes County Veterans Honor Guard members, Laverne Savage and Bill Courtney, and the singing of the national anthem by Miss Sophia Oladimeji.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this afternoon's ceremony. Chadron State College extends its appreciation to those who are participating in this ceremony: the Cardinal Key and Blue Key students, the Chadron State College Wind Symphony under the direction of Dr. John Wojcik, the Chadron Community Chorus and Chadron State College Concert Choir under the direction of Dr. Joel Schroeder, delegates from institutions of higher education, Dr. Jay Lemons from Academic Search, Nebraska State College System Chancellor Dr. Paul Turman, and Nebraska State College Board of Trustees members Cap Peterson, Margene Terrell, and Danny Renaga. I'm delighted to extend a special welcome to the Chadron State College Golden Eagles, members of the Chadron State College President's Cabinet, Ann Burke, Carrie Gaswick, Alex Helmbrecht, Austin Stevens, Ted Tiawade, Ben Watson, and Tracy Welsh, the dedicated and distinguished Chadron State College faculty and staff, and of course to members of Dr. Ron Patterson's immediate and extended family, their friends and colleagues. In recognition of and respect for the varied faith traditions in the Chadron State College community, today's invocation will be provided by Reverend Dr. Tunde Oladimeji.
Thank you for the opportunity to do this. It is important, very important, and to involve God in all that we do. The wise man says in the book of Proverbs in the Old Testament, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 15 says, I came to the exiles who live in Tel Aviv near the Kebar River, and they were there living. I sat among them for 7 days, deeply distressed. At the end of the 7 days, the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the people of Israel. So hear the word I speak and give them the warning for me. One of the fundamental leadership principles that I have learned is that we cannot do anything real and transformational until we have sat where the people were, feel their pain, live their lives, eat their food, drink their water. This is also the principle of incarnation as we just finished celebrating the Easter season. The scripture says in John 1:14, and the word became flesh and blood and moved into the neighborhood. We saw the glory with our own eyes, the one of a kind, like the Father, like the Son, generous inside out, true from start to finish. This is what Dr. Patterson had done for close to 11 months now, listening to people, hearing their stories. And I pray that God will continue to empower you and your cabinet and lead us to continue this process of continuing incarnation. God has sent you here in assignment to build and create a culture of transformation in Chadron State College. Let's stand together and let us pray. Heavenly Father, Creator and Redeemer and Sustainer of the universe, we give you praise and thanks and glory for the life and the opportunity you have given us to be a part of a history at this time. This is a kairos moment, an opportune time when you are doing something phenomenal in our community, and we give you praise. We thank you for the selection process that brought us your servant, Dr. Ron Patterson. We know that you have a purpose in bringing him to this part of the country with all the experiences he's had as a teacher and as an administrator. Thank you, God, for the previous 11 presidents of this school and for what they've done in giving us the process that we have today. We pray today that as he is inaugurated as the 12th president of Chadron State College, that the spirit of excellence, the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of the fear of God will come upon him afresh, so that he can effectively execute the task of leading the administrator, faculties, staff, and students of this great college. May this place continue to become a citadel of transformational learning. Help every teacher and every student to align themselves to the vision of this school. Give courage to all those who work with Dr. Patterson to lead this school, remove every opposition from their way, raise support from the east, west, north, and south of this country in order to accomplish all that this school has desired to do. All that we'll do today, we commit into your hands, that your spirit will guide us. And at the end of this week, we will be glad that we came. We ask all this in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, who has taught us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. You may be seated.
Thank you, Reverend Tunde. It's my pleasure to ask Dr. Paul Turman, Chancellor of the Nebraska State College System, to provide the welcome.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. As the Chancellor of the Nebraska State College System and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, my 7 great bosses, it's my pleasure to be able to welcome you, everyone here, to Chadron State College for this momentous occasion. I think we gather here to celebrate the inauguration of Dr. Ron Patterson, who was selected by the Board of Trustees, by the search committee, the campus community this last April, almost exactly 1 year ago as we came here for a blizzard, to lead Chadron State College into the fulfillment of its promise and its potential. The Board of Trustees and the search committee and I were very pleased when Dr. Patterson accepted the opportunity to serve as the president of Chadron State College and continue to build on the college's strong history and foundation that it has. The role of a college president is not merely administrative. It's sacred trust, a commitment to the ideals of education, innovation, and progress. It's today's rapidly changing world. Higher education sees a significant number of challenges, and those challenges are going to continue to get far and far more complex. Our institutions must adapt to evolving, declining enrollments, to shifting demographics, to remain relevant and resilient. Dr. Patterson not only understands these challenges, but also demonstrates an exceptional blend of vision, passion, and dedication that's essential for steering us through these turbulent times that are facing us ahead. During the rigorous selection process, the Board of Trustees were very consistent in that they wanted to see a candidate who not only met the outlined criteria, but also personified the core vision and principles that define Chadron State College. As we gather here today, we are delighted to participate in this celebration, making Dr. Patterson's inauguration as the president of Chadron State College. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chancellor Turman. The investiture or installation of a new president is a particularly special event in the life of a college, as it marks a time for renewal as well as a time for celebration for the college and the community it serves. There's an excitement and an energy in the air at Chadron State College, and we are thrilled that so many of you are here with us today to join in this wonderful celebration. I now have the great honor and pleasure of introducing several special guests who've been immensely supportive of and continue to play active roles in the success and growth of this institution. I ask you to please stand as your name is being called. Guests, please hold your applause until the stage party has been introduced. Dr. Paul Turman, Chancellor of the Nebraska State College System. Dr. Randy Rhine, 11th President of Chadron State College. Former Nebraska State Senator John Stinner. Dr. Deborah Friesen, Deputy Commissioner of the Nebraska Department of Education. Danny Renaga, Nebraska State College Board of Trustees. Mr. George Klein, Mayor of Chadron. Dr. JoAnne Owens-Nausler, President of the Foundation Board. Mr. Clayton Riesen, President of the Alumni Board. Dr. Mathew L. Brust, President-elect of the Faculty Senate. Ms. Kate Pope, President of the Professional Staff Association. Mr. Cooper Richman, Student Trustee. Ms. Brianna Smith, President of the Campus Activities Board. Ms. Aubree Quast, President of the Student Senate, Dr. James Pruett, keynote speaker, and Mr. Jovan Mays, who will deliver the inaugural poem. Each of the individuals I have introduced have in one way or another spent decades in service to the state of Nebraska. Oh, you can be seated. And you can applaud. Each of the individuals I have introduced have in one way or another spent decades in service to the state of Nebraska and to the Northwest High Plains region and have a deep commitment to higher education. We are thankful to each of you for your work and are especially appreciative of your support and dedication to Chadron State College and higher education. Please join me in thanking everyone. At this time, I now ask Mr. Cooper Richman to provide a moment of reflection.
Hello, everybody. I am honored to be here to guide our moment of reflection today. My name is Cooper Richman. I am a fifth-year senior, as well as a current student trustee. Being a member of the Board of Trustees gave me the opportunity to sit in on discussions and briefly interact with Dr. Patterson when he first visited CSC. Immediately, his mindfulness and intentional energy that he projected was apparent in all of his interactions. Whether it was a simple but meaningful handshake, or a barrage of sophisticated questions. And this continued in every speech, decision he's made, or casual conversation I have witnessed. Knowing how decisive Dr. Patterson is and how he chose to come to CSC shows his commitment to our institution. Of course, by institution, I do not mean the grounds and buildings established all the way back in 1911. I'm referring to the past, present, and future community of students, faculty, and staff that have changed lives and gone to impact the High Plains region and beyond. Still, we do have the potential to do more, and I believe Dr. Patterson's focus on the individual student experience, as well as with the capabilities of our current institution, we will complement each other better than cinnamon rolls and chili, which, if you haven't tried, you should. This sweet and savory environment will become a place where anyone would be proud to be an Eagle. I can tell you that I sure am, and I'm eager to see what the future holds. Thank you, and soar Eagles.
Thank you, Cooper. I now have the honor of introducing former Nebraska State Senator John Stinner.
Thank you very much. You know, as a former senator, you don't get this opportunity very often, so I do want to thank Dr. Patterson for inviting me to be part of this ceremony. This is not just a special day for Dr. Patterson, his family, and Chadron State, but it's a very important day for the Panhandle and the state of Nebraska. I've been an advocate of education my entire life, and I will tell you, my parents, who never graduated from high school, were adamant about all 7 children going and entering college, and we all did. Their idea of you need to have a college degree, it will be a pathway to a better life, was really what I heard on and on from my parents. Later in life, when I was on the Gearing School Board, I became aware of just how capable and competent Chadron State College graduates were. They have not only filled the open teaching positions, but they excelled. While serving in the legislature, I developed even a more deep respect for what Chadron State meant to the state of Nebraska. I worked closely with President Riesen on several important projects and initiatives. My hope is that President Patterson can forge the same type of relationship with future legislators. Additionally, I can tell you that having served on the Appropriations Committee, of which I was chairman for 6 years, the top priority for the state of Nebraska is education. I had the opportunity to look back 20, 30, 40 years, and during that time, 45 to 50% of the entire budget was related to education. I think everybody can understand, and legislators understand, that quality education is absolutely critical for the success of the state of Nebraska. Today, higher education needs a visionary leader. We all know what the current challenges are: declining enrollment, staffing requirements, funding requirements. But I will tell you that we don't know about AI, artificial intelligence, what that will do to us individually, and what it will provide for education. There will be opportunities as well as challenges. I strongly believe we have the right man, the right place, the right time, with the right stuff to guide and negotiate through these challenges. Congratulations, President Patterson, and good luck. Actually, the legislature's in session, so Tom Brewer could not make it today, but my former colleague, Senator Brewer, was not able to be here today. However, he wanted to convey this message. I'm excited about the new chapter that is about to start for Chadron State College. I believe we are blessed to have Dr. Patterson leading that effort. The future has never been brighter for Chadron State College. My congratulations to Dr. Patterson. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Stinner. I'm pleased to introduce the mayor of our great city, Please join me in welcoming Mayor George Klein to the podium.
Good afternoon, Chadron State College. I am honored to bring you greetings from the city of Chadron and from the Chadron community. It is my pleasure to extend our warm and heartfelt welcome to you, Dr. Patterson, and your family. Chadron has a rich history and a strong sense of pride in our education system. For many years, Chadron State College was well known for its strong education department and student teachers. Throughout the years, Chadron State has grown to include a wide range of degrees and career paths with interns ready to learn from community placement and experiences. The Chadron community in western Nebraska realize a strong bond to Chadron State College, and we all demonstrate support for each other in many ways. As an example, some of you might remember the 1980s and that famous community bus trip to our state capitol in Lincoln. The purpose of that trip was to help our state senators and the governor know how important the funding for an indoor physical activity center would be for this part of the state. The Ed and Avis Nelson Physical Activity Center is proof of the strength of our joint efforts and the benefits that can result. The campus growth since then has been a significant and a definite plus for Chadron, western Nebraska, and the High Plains region. President Patterson, we are eager to work with you, welcoming visiting families and students, share the excitement of each new year, and celebrate our communities and the college's successes together. Congratulations from Chadron's First Lady, Emily, the Chadron community, and me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Klein. I'm now pleased to introduce Dr. JoAnne Owens-Nausler, the president of the Chadron State Foundation Board. Please help me in welcoming Dr. JoAnne Owens-Nausler.
Thank you, and thanks for being here. Good afternoon, honored guests. As chair of the Chadron State Foundation and on behalf of our board, our trustees, the staff, and thousands of valuable patrons, we extend our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to Dr. Ron K. Patterson, the 12th president of Chadron State College, his amazing family and support system. Dr. Ryan reminded me, Joe, please do your B speech. It's hot up here, so be sincere, be a bit funny, be brief, and then be seated. They are aware that if you ask me for a glass of wine, I might tell you how to grow grapes. And as excited as I am about this new leadership, I could be here for a while. The role of the foundation is secure, manage, and administer gifts for the benefit of Chadron State College's vision and mission. Many of the campus renovations that we see, the improvements, the amenities that we all witness, are a result of the foundation's relationships, its dedication to Chadron State and the leadership, as well as the abilities to ask for the gift. Our supporters believe that what we do matters today and in the future. We understand money isn't everything, but it ranks right up there with oxygen. The Chadron State Foundation was incorporated October 10th, 1963, with 5 elected board members, and by 1967, our assets totaled $15,350. 61 years later, the 18-member board facilitates capital projects and campaigns, scholarship awards, and over $30 million in assets. We look forward to working alongside Dr. Patterson's administration and supporting the vision, mission, and future of Chadron State. We're excited to continue promoting, creating, maintaining, and expanding opportunities that encourage future and current students to come to the nest and our alumni to return to the nest. This is where you all come in. So listen up. Again, congratulations, Dr. Patterson, and together, let's bring a renewed excitement, enthusiasm, and energy as we soar eagles. So here's the deal. You're a part of that energy, excitement, and enthusiasm. I'm about to count backwards. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. The next time I get to 1, you're going to give me a Tiger Woods fist bump. You're going to look right at the leadership in the family, and you're going to holler, "Soar Eagles!" Check for understanding. Give me a thumbs up. 3, 2, 1. Soar Eagles! Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. I now have the privilege of introducing Mr. Clayton Riesen, President of the Chadron State Alumni Board. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Riesen.
Man, Joe, what a tough act to follow. Jeez. Good afternoon, everybody. Clayton Riesen. A little about myself. My family's received the 4-Generation Family Tree Award. Chadron State is all about what the Riesens love. We love Chadron State. I was here 25 years ago, and I presented on behalf of when Dr. Krupp was inaugurated. Doesn't 25 years go fast? It was amazing. As President of the Alumni Board, our goal is to remind everybody we're a big, happy family. As things change in your life, keep in touch, say hi, and tell us what you're doing. And it seems like we're getting a bigger family, and it's more fun all the time. I've got some insight on Dr. Patterson. I met with him last year, and this is kind of the common theme. There are all those nice little storms. I said, Dr. Patterson, it's not always like that here. It's going to be better. We've had a beautiful winter. The winter isn't over till June, just so you know. Dr. Patterson's very active in our community. He's been all over, visited the schools, did his listening tour, was going to go to a 6-man football game. Dr. Patterson's got a really positive attitude. Whenever he sees me, he always goes away to say hi and say hello. A little more insight. There was a discussion yesterday about how the president's job is like a bull ride. Well, I went to the CSC Black Tie Calf Ride last year and got to see Dr. Patterson there. Well, let me tell you, he had a big old pair of boots and it had a big old buckle. He's ready for the bull ride. Congratulations, Dr. Patterson. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Mr. Riesen. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mathew L. Brust, President-elect of the Chadron State College Faculty Senate. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Brust.
As Faculty Senate President for the upcoming 2024-2025 academic year, I wish to welcome everybody to this event. I also wish to thank everybody involved in making this event possible, which I suspect has been far more of an undertaking than I can imagine. I know it's been in the works for quite a while, and I can't even count the number of people involved. As the current President-elect of Faculty Senate, I look forward to working with Ron Patterson as we continue the tradition of excellence in developing leaders of the High Plains. Dr. Patterson, on behalf of Chadron State College, we welcome you and your family.
Thank you, Dr. Brust. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Kate Pope, President of the Chadron State College Professional Staff Association. Please give a warm welcome to Ms. Kate Pope.
Good afternoon, colleagues, guests, students, faculty, and friends of Chadron State College. As president of the Professional Staff Association, it's my honor to extend a heartfelt welcome to each of you on this momentous occasion. Today, we arrive at a new chapter in the history of our institution as we gather to celebrate the investiture of our new president, Dr. Ron K. Patterson. This ceremony is not just a formal installation. It symbolizes the renewal of our collective commitment to the ideals of academic excellence, community engagement, and the pursuit of knowledge that Chadron State College believes in. On behalf of the Professional Staff Association, I want to express our unwavering support and enthusiasm for President Patterson's leadership and vision. Together, we embark on a journey filled with challenges and opportunities. the Professional Staff Association pledges to collaborate, innovate, and dedicate ourselves to fostering an environment where each member of our campus can thrive. Let us take this opportunity to reaffirm our dedication to the mission of Chadron State College and to inspire and empower the next generation of leaders. Thank you for allowing me the honor of addressing you today.
Thank you, Ms. Pope. It is now my pleasure to introduce Chadron State College Campus Activities Board President, Ms. Brianna Smith. Please give a warm welcome to Ms. Brianna Smith.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brianna Smith, better known as Bree to many. I was the president of the Campus Activities Board this past year. Today marks a significant moment for Chadron State College, a moment where we come together to honor and welcome Dr. Patterson as our next president. It's time to reflect on our campus's legacy, embrace the present, and look earnestly towards the future. I'd like to take a moment to express my gratitude to Dr. Patterson. You have been present and encouraging with the various activities and clubs across campus. Your dedication and hard work have not gone unnoticed, and we are immensely grateful for everything that you do. Clubs are eager to continue to work with you as we navigate the upcoming years and challenges they present. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Your presence is a testament to the strength of our community and our shared commitment to Chadron State College. On behalf of the Campus Activity Board and the clubs across campus, congratulations, Dr. Patterson, and welcome everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Aubree Quast, President of the Chadron State College Student Senate. Please give a warm welcome to Ms. Aubree Quast.
Hello, my name is Aubree Quast, and I'm a student here at Chadron State College. This past year, I was the president of the Student Association and Senate. On behalf of all students, prior and present, I'm honored to welcome Dr. Ron K. Patterson to this institute. I had the great honor of getting to meet the presidential candidates for our college, and when I met Dr. Patterson, I knew he was the leader our campus needed. As students, we were looking for a president who's active on campus, listens to us, and will lead us to a bright future. I know my fellow students and I have seen this in Dr. Patterson. The work and energy Dr. Patterson has brought to our campus so far has been incredible. Students can see how willing he is to work with us and how he loves to help us find solutions to any issues we may face. We're so excited to see how he will continue to advance this institute and provide leadership and support for Eagles at every point in their journey. This place is our home, and we're so excited to welcome Dr. Patterson and all of you here to the place we love so much. Thank you for coming here to celebrate with all of us, and soar Eagles.
Thank you, Ms. Quast. Thank you all for those encouraging words for President Patterson. Dr. James Pruett, a native of Louisiana, is today's keynote speaker. Dr. Pruett, who is now retired, worked 23 years at Louisiana State University. During that time, he authored or co-authored 2 books and more than 40 journal publications while rising to the rank of professor in the College of Business Administration. He also worked for International Paper in Memphis as a manager of its Decision Technology Group. He returned to academics at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center, where he worked and became friends with Dr. Patterson. Please welcome Dr. Pruett to the podium.
This is a beautiful campus, a beautiful region, and this is a beautiful occasion. My wife and I are honored to be guests of Chadron, Nebraska, and at this occasion. Ron called me several months ago and told me that he had been named the 12th president of Chadron State College. I said, wow, Ron, congratulations. He said, also, I'd like for you to be the keynote speaker at my investiture ceremony. I said, Ron, Where is Chadron State College? And what is an investiture ceremony? The truth is that being asked to introduce Ron Patterson is one of the biggest honors I've ever received because Ron is a special human being. And if you haven't figured that out yet, you will. Another gift Ron gave me was a list of a dozen names and phone numbers of people he promised would tell me good things about him. Family, friends, teachers, coaches, and colleagues. And I talked with every one of them. And in essence, they told me the same thing. They talked of Ron's basic goodness and of his determination to succeed. So, today I'd like to tell you a few of those things that will not appear in Ron's professional veto. But first, I'd like to say that Ron has a terrific family. Ron is married to Jennifer Rose Patterson, a caring, supportive, very bright wife who also happens to be a wonderful teacher. Ron and Jenny have two children, Olivia Patterson, who's currently a student at the University of North Alabama and a varsity soccer player, and Braylon Patterson, a middle schooler here in Chadron and an outstanding athlete. But now back to the beginning. Ron is the eldest child and only son of Robert and Elizabeth Doris Patterson. We lost Ron's dad a couple of years ago, but Doris is very much and very proudly here with us today. Ron also has two younger sisters, Patsy and Danita, who could not be with us today, but send their love and best wishes. Ron grew up in Corinth, Mississippi, a small town in northeast Mississippi, in the midst of a caring, supportive, hardworking family and large extended family. His mom told me that money was always tight and that even as a young teen, Ron had worked at a nearby grocery store to help with family finances. She told me that from the beginning, Ron was always responsible. He did his best. He had high goals, and he always strived to be an example for others. She also told me that he was a dedicated student, a wonderful athlete, and a terrific basketball player. How good a player was he? Well, his senior year, he led Corinth High School to the Mississippi State Basketball Championship, and afterwards, he was named the Mississippi Co-Player of the Year, along with Lorenzen Wright, who played 14 years in the NBA. After graduating from Corinth High School, Ron played 2 years at Northeast Mississippi Community College and 2 years at what is now University of Tennessee Southern, mainly as a starter at both schools. I talked with 3 of Ron's coaches, and they all described Ron in basically the same way. They said he was unselfish, he was always about us, and never about himself. He was super competitive. One coach described him as a gentleman who was very aggressive and an obvious leader in word and deed, on and off the court. One coach told me, I never saw Ron have a bad day in practice or in a game. Mike Lewis, Ron's coach at Northeast Mississippi Community College, told me a fascinating story about when Ron was a freshman there. He said the star player on the team was a guy we'll call Xavier. That's not his real name. Coach Lewis said that Xavier was a star, but sometimes a bit temperamental, and that one day in practice, Coach Lewis had called Xavier out, saying in front of the whole team, Xavier, I wonder how good you could be if you had Ron Patterson's brains and heart. He said he knew he could say that in front of the whole team because they believed it also. Xavier later went on to star at Mississippi State and was actually picked number 21 in the NBA draft in the 1996 draft. I also talked with 3 of Ron's colleagues. Their comments also mirrored one another's. Let me read you a few. Ron is a calming presence. He's a role model, a great listener and collaborator. He's decisive, he can make tough decisions and take the heat that goes with them. He's definitely ready for the next level. Dr. Ken Kitts, president of the University of North Alabama, told me, we dealt with some complex issues and situations during the COVID and George Floyd years, and Ron always handled his part with respect and appropriateness. And both Dr. Ross Alexander, one of Ron's colleagues at the University of North Alabama, and now the president of Texas A&M Texarkana, as well as Dr. Rob Parent, Ron's former boss at the University of Central Arkansas. They both said the same thing in different words. I think we all aspire to be as good a man as Ron Patterson. A few months ago, when Ron asked me to do this, I said, Ron, I'm an old retired guy. I didn't help you much when we worked together all those years ago. And I'm fully aware that you know and work with far more qualified people than I am. Ron said, Jim, I want you to do this. It started with you. Now, that's a humbling statement. And from what I've already told you, you darn sure know that it didn't start with me. It started long before I ever met Ron Patterson. But that comment exemplifies how Ron is able to speak at the heart level in a personal, persuasive way. Ron also told me, Jim, just tell them about what we did together. I met Ron 20 years ago. The University of Tennessee Health Science Center, College of Nursing, and was ostensibly his boss for about 3 years in the Office of Student Affairs. In those days, I had already retired from 2 positions. I was teaching part-time. I was teaching statistics to graduate students in the College of Nursing when I was asked to manage the Office of Student Affairs. The way that happened was the prior manager, a faculty member in the College of Nursing, wanted to go back to her faculty position, and no other full-time faculty wanted the job. So, the Office of Student Affairs was responsible for 2 things. Everything related to potential, prospective students, and everything non-academic related to current nursing students. I was near the tail end of my professional career, and Ron was near the beginning of his. In those early days in the College of Nursing, it was a time of rapid growth in nursing careers. And the College of Nursing at the University of Tennessee was at the forefront of that expansion. The University College of Nursing had just announced a new Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, several new graduate programs, including a Doctor of Nursing practice. And even we non-nurses could see the potential in that. Our challenge was how to convey that excitement regarding those opportunities in a clear, concise, professional, accessible way. The problem was everything we inherited was out of date. Old program descriptions, old paper files, old procedures, old processes. And we found that there were a lot of other things that we were responsible for that weren't written down. So we set about reworking everything. We developed new program descriptions. We developed a new, simpler application process. We worked with information technology to get everything we could online so that it was easier to apply and it was easier for faculty members to see who was applying. We created a friendlier, more fun, on-campus interview process. And I want you to know, we did this back in the days before the iPhone was released by Apple. Everything we did was mainframe computer-based. In those days, we gave a lot of attention to detail. Now, here's where I've got to insert a little bit of my personal background. Most of my professional career was spent as a faculty member and administrator. And I'm kind of a nutcase for clarity, especially regarding the written word. Over the years, I shocked dozens of graduate students with my red ink markup of their thesis. One graduate student told me, "Dr. Pruett, my paper now has more red ink on it than it does black ink." And remarkably, I'm still friends with many of those individuals because at some level, as painful though it was, they knew that I was not trying to hurt them. I was trying to show them, I was trying to help them learn what it takes to present one's work as a professional. In those early days in the College of Nursing, it's possible that I marked up some of Ron's work. Frankly, it's been too long ago for me to remember. But if I did, here's what I know for sure. I know that Ron understood. that I not only cared about getting it right, that I cared about him. In those days, in the College of Nursing, I was the seasoned professional, and Ron was the eager to learn, determined to succeed, young professional. The fact is, we didn't change the world. But what we did do, along with a couple of our colleagues, Janet Wood, our coordinator, and John Pinto, our key IT professional, we turned that office around. We really didn't change the world, I promise, but we changed the lived experience of everyone who dealt with the Office of Student Affairs. Faculty, students, and applicants, because we made it about them. We made it clear that we cared about their success. And really, isn't that what it's all about? I'd like to mention one more thing about Ron. Since last we worked together, Ron has not only gotten many years of high-level administrative experience at 3 different universities. He's also earned a doctorate in education from Clayton University. But I'm here to tell you that that doctorate did not come quickly or easily. You see, Ron and I actually talked about that all those years ago. And between then and the time of the conferring of that doctorate, I can tell you there were setbacks, disappointments, false starts, late nights, and long drives. Earning a doctorate is not easy, especially if you're working full-time and helping to raise a family. But Ron was always determined, and when he called me and told me he had completed that doctorate, I was thrilled, but I was absolutely not surprised. I always figured it was just a matter of time before Ron became Dr. Patterson. The truth is that Chadron State College is a beautiful, historic, important institution, especially to this region, and most especially to the town of Chadron, Nebraska. It's also true, as several people have mentioned, that colleges and universities right now face unprecedented challenges. It's also true that the towns that house these colleges and universities, especially smaller rural places, face their share of challenges as well. But any institution, any town that has survived, even flourished, as long as Chadron State and Chadron, Nebraska have, are tough cookies. There's a lot to be proud of here. But every now and then, the stars align. I think this is one of those times when the right person is presented with a right opportunity at the right place in the right time. You see, Ron is now the seasoned professional. But in some ways, he's still eager to learn, determined to succeed, young man. But this investiture ceremony is not just about Ron. It's also about you. It's about us. This is kind of our commissioning to make Chadron State College and Chadron, Nebraska, a better place than it was before we got here. As Bobby Mays, Ron's cousin, brother, told me, Ron's always been a leader. But we all know that it takes more than a great leader. It takes all of us. It takes a village. So, I say, congratulations, Chadron State College. Congratulations, Chadron, Nebraska. And congratulations, President Dr. Ron K. Patterson. I think you all got lucky.
Thank you, Dr. Pruett, for providing our keynote address today. We all agree with you. We did get lucky with Dr. Patterson, and thank you for assisting him both personally and professionally. At this time, the Chadron Community Chorus and the Chadron State College Concert Choir, under the direction of Dr. Joel Schroeder, will perform. Thanks to the community chorus and our own concert choir for that wonderful selection. I now have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Jovan Mays. As the Emeritus Poet Laureate of Aurora, Colorado, and a recipient of the CSC Distinguished Young Alumni Award, Jovan Mays has made an indelible mark through his poetic prowess and advocacy. With his passion for creativity and education, please join me in welcoming Mr. Jovan Mays, who will recite the inaugural poem.
Boy, you get your roses. My goodness, got the whole choir here. All right. This poem doesn't have a title. Lost between hard covers. There's a book somewhere that recollects a number with pages that were tattered and aged yellow. Inside of this number is a soul with dreams that were cast from African shorelines that were soiled black. Inside of this soul is a fish-sized heart, pumping pride stained red. On the crossroads of the Union and the Confederacy rail lines, once you get past the tracks, whistle and chug, if you listen real deep, you can hear leather percussing concrete, backdrop to a symphony of cicadas. Crossovers turn into flight patterns as baselines get repurposed as landing strips. Beads of sweat turn into pools, and this young man is floating. He will play until the streetlights become spotlights. He will play until the only voice left is him. This may be all you need to know about Corinth, Mississippi. Oak and shady, hardened hands from the picking, where sharecroppers get their crop share in love and lessons, in breath and blessings, where grandsons receive grand sermons from Pa, sewn soliloquies pressed into his kin's feathers, to push the babies beyond the color line, said, listen here, hope ain't nothing but a prayer, and boy, you got more than that. Let the faith guide you. If you do right, right will follow you. The water in his gourd, the gourd that he pours. And if you look right there, you will see a star chaser, a try and doubt me, a steadfast and stubborn, working his right across the country on the notion that these losses, these separations, the loneliness and the struggles would just be the paddles for the hardships that he needed to ride the water, and he waded the Ohio, the Mississippi, the Missouri, and now the Platte. And if you look deep into his eyes, you will see a foundry of Pattersons and Staffords gleaming. And the ancestors ain't lost no more. Watch their baby become Mr. President. And the choir sings, you better keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Boy, you better keep on, keep on, keep on. And the choir sings, keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Boy, you better keep on, keep on, keep on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mays, for that wonderful poem. At this time, I invite Chancellor Turman to the podium to bestow upon Dr. Patterson the symbol of the high office of the President of Chadron State College.
Well, thank you, Jim. A lot of very tough acts to follow here this afternoon. As I was standing up, Ron leaned over and said, "It's real now." It makes me think when he called and asked if I would be the one that would do the investiture and recognize him as the next president here at Chadron State. I was very honored for that. And I think he keeps kind of referring to this as kind of a ceremony, similar to a wedding. I think when I called a year ago and I asked you to be the next president, that was me closing the deal. Today can be more of the renewing of our vows, if you take it. When our board went through the process and taking the feedback from the search committee, it became evident that Ron rose to the top very quickly. And as we left with a unanimous vote for me to give Ron a call and ask him to take this journey with us, as I was leaving, only like one of my board members could do, Bob Ingalls, if you know Bob, pulls me aside and just simply says, "And just don't screw this up." So I think it's extremely important and I think relevant that as Chadron State College has inaugurated now 11 different presidents on different occasions, today we formally welcome this distinguished company, a man of outstanding qualities, one who understands the value and the role that public higher education play in society, and one that leads Chadron State College into the future. I would ask that Ron please come forward. President Patterson, Dr. Patterson, the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State College have chosen you as the president of Chadron State College. Yours will be the great privilege and responsibility of leading Chadron State College to fulfill its promise for years to come, many years to come. Now, by the virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees for the state colleges, I would like to place over your shoulders the medallion of the Great Seal of the Chadron State College, the symbol of the high office of which you now behold. They promised me it would be there, and it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 12th president of Chadron State College, Dr. Ron Patterson.
Good afternoon, and thank you, distinguished members of the Chadron State College family, Chancellor Turman, trustees, colleagues, community members, business partners, and my friends and family. I stand before you honored by your trust in me to lead this historic institution and inspired by your faith in me. I am overwhelmed by your presence here today. My sincere gratitude not only for your warm welcome since my arrival at Chadron State College, but most especially for your continuing support, dedication, and commitment in advancing Chadron State College's institutional excellence, distinction, and regional influence. It is such a privilege and honor to serve all of you as Chadron State College's 12th president. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. All of you sharing one of your most precious gifts that you could possibly give any one individual. That is the gift of your presence, time, and your support. Thank you, Chancellor Turman, for his kind introduction. Thank you for your leadership in advancing the Nebraska State College system and becoming the premier system we are today. In my 10 months in this role, Chancellor Turman has been a constant source of wisdom and support. I am fortunate to be able to have the opportunity to work alongside him. I would like to thank the Nebraska State Board Nebraska State College Board of Trustees, past and present, for entrusting in me with the honor of serving this great institution. Thank you all for joining us today, whether watching online or here in Memorial Hall. I would like to recognize our distinguished guests who honor us by their presence. Former Senator John Stinner, former CSC President Dr. Randy Ryan, alumni, students, faculty, deans, staff, administration, honored guests, family, and friends. I want to recognize and thank the members of the Inauguration Committee, especially the chair, Ms. Julie Haas. I also gratefully acknowledge the presence of distinguished delegates from various colleges and universities, including our sister institutions, Peru State College, Wayne State College, as well as Doane University. I also want to thank College Relations and the conferencing staff, and to the amazing maintenance facilities and custodial employees for all their hard work behind the scenes to make this day special. Also want to acknowledge the members of CSC leadership team, including our vice presidents, directors, deans, and department chairs. I've been so inspired by your dedication and ability, and I'm forever grateful for your confidence in me. Before we get into where we are headed as an institution and what it will take to get us there, first, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the many people who have paved my way to this podium and this moment in time. Like the turtle on the fence post, I did not get here on my own. I would like to particularly thank Dr. Jim Pruett, my mentor, former supervisor, and most importantly, my friend. Thank you for your gracious and endearing remarks. Dr. Pruett has been a constant source of support for me and my family, and I am grateful for his counsel, encouragement, and leadership, which has greatly influenced my journey to this podium today. Thank you. Since this is a momentous occasion for me and Chadron State College, I've invited my family members and friends from Mississippi, Wisconsin, Alabama, Tennessee, and Ohio to share in this celebration. I would like to introduce to you, CSC, my family. Could you all please stand briefly? Friends, Reggie, that includes you. Miss Faye. As you all know, I'm not a native Nebraskan. Growing up in a small town in North Mississippi, I came from humble beginnings. My community was my village, my refuge, and my solace. My family gave me strong support and laid the foundation of my core values. The core values of trusting God in everything that I do, hard work, individual responsibility, integrity, hope, respect for others, and humility has guided me throughout my life. I aspire to bring these values with me as we work together at Chadron State College. I grew up in an extended family environment that included my parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, 3 siblings, and cousins who are like siblings to me. This family now includes in-laws, nieces, and nephews. Many in this extended family are here with me today, and thank you for being here. I love you all. To my immediate family, I do want to recognize my loving, compassionate, and supportive wife, Jenny Patterson. Jenny has stood by my side through thick and thin since 1998. 26 years ago, I first laid eyes on this beautiful brown-eyed girl. I told my coaching buddies at that time that I was going to marry her. In June, we will celebrate our 21st wedding anniversary. Yes. Since our magical journey began in 1998, you have allowed me to dream big. We have had a wonderful life together, working, living, loving, and learning across 5 states. And for that, I am forever grateful. Our children, Olivia and Braylon Patterson, my greatest blessings in this life. My sisters, Patsy and Danita, my brothers, Sean and Bobby, my nephews and nieces, I love you all. When I learned I was going to be the president of Chadron State College, in typical Ron fashion, I began writing this speech. It just flowed. I knew whom I wanted to thank and what I wanted to say. Then it came to this portion. This has taken me months to write. Everything you've already heard was easy. Everything after this will be easy. But for this part, I consistently hit a roadblock. I want to honor my parents for everything they've done for me. It is especially hard to put into words without becoming overly emotional. My deep appreciation for the love, guidance, support, and grace my parents have had for me on this journey. To my late father, Robert Patterson, in some ways, this is my eulogy to you. My father was hardworking, strong, competitive, and compassionate. He also taught me how to barbecue. It's a true life skill. He and my mother instilled in me a competitive spirit. My dad passed away 2 years ago. He passed away before I received my doctorate. And I want to recognize that individual who's with me today, my dissertation committee chair, Dr. Kimberly Grassmeyer. Will you please stand briefly? She guided me through that journey. So I couldn't call him and share that I'd been chosen as the 12th president of Chadron State College. Every day I think of things that I want to tell my dad. I haven't been able to do that for almost 3 years now. Dad, I love you, and I know you're here with me now. I have my mother, Doris Patterson, here today, and I'm so incredibly grateful that she has been with me throughout this journey. She is my rock, and look, she managed to travel from Corinth, Mississippi to Chadron, Nebraska to share in this joyous occasion. Trust me, that is no small feat or task because she does not like to travel, let alone fly. But I'm going to keep this brief because I need to get through the rest of this speech without ugly crying. But Mom, thank you. Thank you for giving me life, for believing in me, for giving me love, for always being there for me, for supporting me in everything that I do. You have been a constant source of encouragement every step of my journey to date, with love, grace, and peace to know that our God never fails. Thank you for being here. Today is not about me. No matter how many times you seem to heard my name, today we honor Chadron State College. We gathered here to really affirm its mission, vision, and values, commemorate its past, and mirror those past efforts, and look with great hope and excitement toward its future. To the others, shoulders upon which I stand include many friends and colleagues. However, I do want to acknowledge the outstanding work done by my predecessors. These include Dr. Randy Ryan for his remarkable stewardship for this college. Dr. Janie Park, who passed away last summer, just weeks after I started my tenure here at Chadron State College, and the other presidents before me. Because of their excellent leadership and the faculty and staff that they hired, Chadron State College is poised and emerging as the region's intellectual, cultural, and economic heartbeat, enhancing and influencing surrounding communities in the High Plains region and beyond. Thank you. In the days, weeks, and months ahead, we will focus on building our future together. For now, let's pause and reflect on our history and how this great institution continues to have a positive impact in our community, region, and beyond. As we reflect on the collective commitment to teaching, innovation, excellence, and scholarship, we all have benefited from others' hard work, dedication, passion, and belief as we were at our founding 114 years ago, that our future is brighter now more than ever. This legacy reflects a strong sense of community, institutional resiliency, and citizens rooted with a clear sense of serving people, purpose, and place in the High Plains region and beyond. CSC helps students fulfill their dreams and hopes. We are dedicated to supporting and meeting students where they are and fulfilling their visions of who they wish to become. Robert Elliott, the man who served as CSC's president longer than anyone, summarized this momentous occasion best. In 1916, after being named president-elect of Chadron State Normal, he wrote, "In accepting the presidency, I realize full well the responsibilities that are mine. I know something of the boundless possibilities of such an institution, located as it is in the wonderland of northwestern Nebraska, with a citizenship thoroughly awake to the needs as well as the benefits of such institution. With the cooperation of a faculty second to none in the state, with an appreciative student body, and with a loyal alumni, these responsibilities will be greatly lessened. May we labor together in the spirit of real service to that end, that the achievements of the future may keep pace with the progress of the past. Those words still ring true today, a century after being written. I want to repeat Eliot's final sentence. May we labor together in the spirit of real service to the end that the achievements of the future may keep pace with the progress of the past. Each of you reflect those who came before, and you all continue to advance the hopes of those who came before us. Chadron State College was here before us, and it will be here after us. That is so encouraging, and I pledge to serve and do all I can to ensure Chadron State College continues to excel. As I pass the 10-month mark as president, or renewing our vows, I want to reflect with you on my sense of excitement. During the fall, I launched a presidential listening tour with CSC's Director of College Relations and representatives from the Alumni and Foundation Office. We traveled all over our service region, Eastern Colorado, Eastern Wyoming, Southwest Dakota, meeting with K-12 partners, business, community and industry leaders, and alumni. I discovered a sense of excitement and renewed interest and commitment. In addition to the pleasure of addressing the constituent groups, I did a lot of listening. After 22 dates spanning from August to November, I heard stories and memories of Chadron State College of old, as well as the hopes and dreams of Chadron State College of future. Fast forward to spring 2024, I turned my attention and listening tour to our campus constituents. I visited with and listened to our deans, our department chairs, executive council members, faculty senate, professional staff, and students. I heard many of the same things I did throughout the region. But when I listened, I could tell the passion and pride people have for this place. It's a special college with committed professionals and exceptional students. I know our pain points as well as our opportunities, and I look forward to leaning in with you to building our future together. 114 years ago, Chadron State College was founded as a normal teachers college. Its founding was part of an unprecedented effort to expand access to higher education in the High Plains, Western Nebraska, and the state. In 1909, a member of the House of Representatives by the name of Charles H. Chase proposed a bill that would educate the sons and daughters of the majestic High Plains region and beyond. On January 3rd, 1910, the State Board of Education visited Chadron, as well as 5 other communities vying to be the new home of the state's newest normal school. The communities did not have to wait long. By January 8th, the board made its decision. Chadron would have a state normal school. It took 16 ballots to decide, but on June 1911, class officially started at Chadron Normal School with 111 students. While the college's enrollment has certainly increased, CSC's pioneering spirit and commitment to innovation, excellence, and scholarship has never waned. The decision made more than a lifetime ago by the Board of Education continues to impact our community and campus in a positive way every day. Bringing the college to Chadron was truly a community effort. As you leave Memorial Hall today, I challenge you to rededicate our collective commitment to innovation, excellence, and scholarship. Those who came before certainly possess those traits, and their work benefits us. Today, I also challenge you to mirror those past efforts to make our mutual future brighter. In 10 months, I've learned about CSC's history, culture, unique community, and traditions. Truly, Chadron State College's greatest strength is our people. We consistently and successfully do more with less. Not that that's good, but we do. We are strong, resilient, patient, loving, hardworking, and we value community. We are positioned well to promote, partner, and maximize our relationships in the Pine Ridge Reservation, Chadron State Park, Fort Robinson and the Post Playhouse, Mount Rushmore, and Custer State Park. We are poised to successfully contribute to further enhancing the quality of life, expand and further develop relationships and partnerships with our K-12 partners, four-year institutions, two-year community colleges, business and industry, community leaders, chambers of commerce, and public agencies. As president, it will be a priority for me to continue to nurture, lead, and guide Chadron State College into its next chapter of success. Collaborating with the entire college community, I will strive to continue, build upon, and fulfill CSC's mission, vision, and values. Chadron State College stands at the threshold of an exciting new era of its second century of providing a first-class, first-choice student experience focused on students, teaching, scholarship, and service. With a strong complement of graduate programs aimed at meeting the strategic workforce needs of rural Nebraska, the High Plains region, and nationally. Every time I drive into Chadron from either direction, I truly believe I am the treasure chest of the Northwest. Yes, I give credit to that phrase to the Chamber of Commerce and Northwest Nebraska tourism. As we preserve the best of our past, we must soar boldly into our future. Chadron State College is at its best when we are courageous and flexible. Together, we will move forward with great confidence. To our accomplished and distinguished faculty, you are the engine and the energy that propels this college. The recognition of our faculty have brought to the institution speaks to the quality and excellence of their teaching, grants and research, scholarly and creative activities, and community engagement. What I find distinctive about our faculty is their accessibility to our students and their commitment to engaging both undergraduate and graduate students. It is clear to me that you are the educators, the scholars, mentors, and inspiration for our students, helping them reach their full potential. Your passion and curiosity are innovative, forward-thinking, and have an unwavering commitment to our students, the community, and the college's future. To our dedicated staff, you are the face of Chadron State College. To our students, prospective students, and their families. As I have observed our outstanding staff working alongside our students, I am reminded that you are the ambassadors. You also remove barriers and assist students where they are on their educational journey. Your tireless commitment, dedication, and passion for CSC and advancement of our student success does not go unnoticed. To our alumni, you are a connection to a vast network of supporters. Our alumni achievements and contributions to society are widespread and have been recognized through regional, national, and international awards, including a Nobel Prize. To the more than 19,000 strong alumni, donors, and friends of the college, you are the heart of our beloved institution. Your investments of time, talent, treasures, and passion for Chadron State College will help us achieve being a regional, engaged learning institution in the 21st century. The college mission describes the colleges and my first priority, our students, their hopes, dreams, academic development, and success. To our students, you are our future. Every thought, action, and decision revolve around you and your success. Your unique stories are the feathers of an eagle's wing that allows us to soar higher than we can ever imagine. Preparing our students to become future leaders who can readily apply their education to be socially responsible citizens and contributors to society is our charge. We must prepare our students for a more diverse, globally connected, and complex world. If we are to be innovative and entrepreneurial in regional public higher education sector, we must provide our students with the educational experience that is responsive to needs outside of our control. If we are to be a leader in academic innovation, our teaching must be infused with current and future pedagogies, enhanced technology in the classrooms, and our student support services must be adaptive and responsive to their evolving needs, expectations, and their desires to persist, to ensure persistence, retention, and student success. To my leadership team, you have embraced this vision and understand the long hours, travel, always on call, and difficult decisions that aren't for the wary. I challenge each of you to dream big, lead with commitment, dedication, passion, and a willingness to explore endless possibilities that have direct impact on our campus, community, and our student success. You make a difference. Continue to propel Chadron State College to new heights. As we look forward, we plan to identify and diversify revenue streams, align our resources, and support Eagle Nation for Chadron State College to soar to new heights. We will do so with a strategic and intentional Eagle focus in 5 key areas. E, we will enhance our academics, talents, and our cultural innovations. A, we will acknowledge enterprises, including focus on continuous improvement, teaching, applied scholarship, service, and entrepreneurship and partnerships. G, we will galvanize global workforce development that integrates technology to advance student success, degree completion, and build a culture of data-driven assessment and accountability. L, we will launch excellent service to the High Plains region, surrounding communities, state of Nebraska, the nation, and the world. Finally, E, we will engage all constituency groups to create a strong sense of community. Eagles, we will enhance, acknowledge, galvanize, launch, and engage. As a comprehensive regional public college, CSC plays a key role in uplifting the quality of life for our students, faculty, staff, and citizens in our region and state. CSC has a history of engaging in honest dialogue, working together to achieve goals, and embracing perceived differences while celebrating belongingness and inclusion. At all stages of our students' educational journey and development, gaining a deeper understanding of and a profound appreciation for and respect for all people and perspectives are essential to creating a campus community that's welcoming to all. And so, this is where we begin, Chadron State College. Let's join in the pursuit of this bold vision. Chadron State College is an exceptional institution made up of the best students, faculty, and staff, and alumni. There's no place I'd rather be. Together, we can transform Chadron State College, the High Plains region, and the state of Nebraska. I embrace the opportunity to lead this team and the community of learners focused on student success, meeting the workforce needs of the state of Nebraska. As president, I will demonstrate a deep commitment to students first and foremost, and Chadron's mission, vision, and values. I will actively listen and learn from the many campus resources of expertise in our students, faculty, and staff, alumni, administrators, the Nebraska State College system, and its Board of Trustees. Today, I announce the launch of the President's Innovation and Entrepreneurship Initiative. Please give to this fund. The President's Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fund is a dynamic initiative designed to propel Chadron State College into a new era of excellence. This fund is a strategic response to the critical needs of our region, providing agile resources for program development, addressing workforce demands, forging strategic public-private partnerships, and enhancing our curriculum development. As I close my address, I'm reminded of a powerful story. The mother, who was once a chef, took her son to the kitchen. She filled 3 pots with water and placed each of them on high fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, she placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in the second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. She then let them sit and boil. After 20 minutes, she turned the pots off, and she took them off the burners. She took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them in a bowl. She pulled the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. She then ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Turning to him and asked, "Son, what do you see?" He says, "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee." "Look closer," she said, and touched the potatoes. He did and noted that they were soft. She then asked him to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, he observed the hard boiled egg. Finally, she asked him to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to his face. "What does this mean?" he asked. She then explained that the potatoes and the eggs and the coffee beans had each faced the same challenge, the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard, and unrelenting, but in the boiling water, it became soft and weak. The egg was fragile, with a thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was put in the boiling water. Then the inside of the egg became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. As we face challenges and opportunities to build our future together, my commitment to you, whether you are a student, faculty, staff, alum, donor, or friend of Chadron State College, or a future Eagle who will call Chadron State College home, is to do my best to lead CSC to advance its impact on every life we touch, allowing us to realize our full potential and soar to even greater heights. I am confident in our ability to elevate excellence and build a renewed CSC that we collectively envision. I am CSC, you are CSC, together we are one Chadron. Thank you, and soar Eagles.
Well, as this important occasion draws to a close, I stand here honored to offer a few closing comments. Today marks just the beginning of a new chapter for Chadron State College, but also a moment of profound significance for Chadron, the campus community, and our state. Through this inauguration of Dr. Patterson as our new president, we embrace the promise of fresh leadership, renewed vision, and boundless opportunity. I think it's time for us to come together united under a shared commitment to the ideals of education, innovation, and service. Under his leadership for the years to come, it's crucial to remember that the importance of collaboration. In days ahead, challenges will certainly arise, but we must face them with resilience and optimism. To our new president, I offer my heartfelt congratulations and unwavering support. May your tenure be marked by inspiration, progress, and transformative change that's necessary for this college. I look forward to our partnership in the years to come, so let's go forth and make Chadron State College a beacon of excellence and innovation for generations to come as well. Last week, I was at an event with a number of campus representatives from all three of our colleges, and I ended in trying to give some sense of encouragement. I talked about the Turman family motto and how that aligns with what the state colleges strive to achieve. Little did I know until yesterday, Ron drove home, talked to his beautiful wife, and said, "You're not going to believe it. The Turman family motto is the same as the Patterson family motto." And I think both my wife and Jenny would probably roll their eyes, and the fact that I think it's unique that Turmans, Pattersons, state colleges, Chadron State College, we're just simply built different. That's right. And that's why we succeed, and that's why we'll move forward. So please join me for the reception at Math Science Center for Innovation and Learning. Transportation will be available outside for those that need assistance. The recessional will be performed by Chadron State College Wind Symphony under the direction of John Wojcik. We are concluded.
Please remain seated while the platform party does the recessional and the faculty file out. I would ask you, there's buses out in front to run you to Math Science, but don't stop in the lobby. Keep moving out the doors, because if everybody stops in the lobby, we'll never all get to Math Science. Please join us at Math Science.
Thank you very much, folks.